Welcome you again. So today we will learn how to use Android phones for writing computer programs. Android phones can be used to write computer programs for C language, C++, Java, your PHP, JavaScript and many more. So now we are no more restricted that to use laptop or computers to write computer programs, and it makes very easy for us because all of us we are having Android phones in our pocket. So even if you are moving, if you are going somewhere, you can start writing programs and utilize your time. So the entire session I will be covering two things. The first thing is to understand the environment which we are going to use to write our program. That means the IDE which we are going to use. So in the first session we will see what is the IDE, how it looks, and what are the different features available in the IDE. And in the second part we will see how to actually write the program, compile it, and if there is any error, how to rectify the errors. So this is my screen. You can see here, this is my mobile screen, and you can see on my desktop here. So the first thing we need to write program is an IDE. So to get an IDE, we have to go to the Play Store. You can see this is my mobile screen, and here I can go to the Play Store, and in the Play Store we need to search for example, here this is the thing you may be getting on your screen when you go to the Play Store. So you write here the app which we are looking for. To write computer programs on the mobile, there are many applications available on the Play Store, like you can most of them are widely used are AIDE, IDE is there, then we have CPP Droid is there, and also we have very popular online compiler. So when you write online compiler on your mobile phone, you will see the list of compilers available. So when you click on online compiler, these are the list visible to you. Out of this list, I am going to install the compiler with the name Online Compiler Beta version by the Creative Cup company. So if you notice here, it's showing installed because on my machine, on my this Android phone, it's already installed. But if you are going to use it for the first time, you need to install it. And this is very consuming very less space, and also it's very easy to install. So just get it done, click on this link and it will be installed on your machine. So when you finish installing, you can see that this type of icon will be shown on the screen of your phone. So just click on this. So because we are now going to start our programming, so this is the IDE which we are going to use. So before we start writing a program, first let us understand the different features and options available in this IDE. You can write your Java, because at the time of installation I have selected the Java option, so the first program is actually Java based, but you can switch to any other programming language anytime. You have to just go here and you have to click, you look at this option here, and you can click here and you can see that so many languages are here, and whatever the language you want to use, you can just select that option. So in our case, I have selected this I have selected this time it is Java selected. Even you can go for C++. So going now, other thing you can see here, we will see here two you can see two titles are there. One is the code and the output. So this is the code screen where we are going to write the code, and this is somewhere we can see our output. Also you can see we have some more option like this, some lock is here. Now this is actually if you want to keep your program in the reading mode, then now if you observe here in the screen, you are able to write something, the cursor is blinking here and you are free to write anything. But if you want to make your program in the read mode, you simply click on this button, and now this will be the read mode is enabled, and you can simply read a program and you are not able to write anything. Sorry. And once you have finished writing a program, and if you want to share your program with your colleagues, with your friends, you want to send it to someone, then we notice here this is something, a share button is here, and by using this you can send this to your friend through email, through WhatsApp, through Telegram. So if I want to send this to if I want to send this code to my friend, I will just go to this click here, and you will notice here that it is showing that it is from my ID. You can write here your friends or whatever or whomsoever you want to send, and you can notice the entire code is here. So in this way you can also share your code. You can send it to any of your friend or to anyone very easily. Then you can see here you have these 3 dots are here. This is again some options you can see here. Now this is a dark theme. You have observed that this is actually a black background is showing here. If you don't like this type of background, you can change it, and you can click on this dark theme, and it will be looking like this white. So it's all, it means a kind of setting the IDE, and it's all depending on your interest. You can look at another option. The other option is autosave, means whenever you are writing a program, you are running it, it will be automatically saved. Then code wrap. Code wrap is also a very interesting feature. Code wrap is something is actually make sure that whatever you are writing is visible on your screen. For example, you can see here I just disable this option code wrap, and I just for understanding I will write here something so I will write here something like let's say GG. I just typing here. You can see on the screen it is, and you can see here when it goes out of the screen range, the screen is shifting. But if I go to the wrap mode, and if I enable this option, you can see the screen is actually not moving, but the text is automatically adjusted and it goes to the next line. So again, this is a very interesting feature. So most of the time we keep this wrap mode enabled. Then you can see the next one is font size. You can increase the font size using this option. You can just click on this editor font size, and here the font size, this time it is selected 12. You can make it 15. If you feel that the font size is very small and you are not feeling comfortable, you make it 15, and you can observe the font size is increased. Likewise, you have these are the options which dark theme, autosave, which we have find more useful. The other options are also useful, but we are not taking into detail. So going back, this is output. Now if you want to run your program, you need to run from the down option. You can see here the run is here. You have to click it here. Now what you can see here is when you are clicking on run, it will show you some input window. Though in our program actually no input is required, because in this Java program what we are doing is we are simply displaying one message. Hello world. So but it's also asking the input. So actually there is no use. Even if you provide some input here, you can provide some input here, it has no meaning here. You can provide it, you cannot provide it, there will be no effect on the output. And also if you want that this screen is not shown to you every time when you run the program, then simply you just disable this option. Now whenever you run program, this screen will not be shown to you. So let's see. Just click on run. and you'll see that it's this compiling, and you will be able to see your output within a few seconds. By the time we can have a look on the code, means what we are doing here is we are simply displaying this hello world. Means if you are also if this point of time if you are not familiar about the code, don't worry, because we are simply discussing about this IDE features, not focusing on the code. That I will explain you later. But the objective of this entire code is to display this message hello world on the screen. So if we go to the output screen, and you can observe here, and you can see here that now you can see here that your output is visible here. So at any time you can see the output, and also you can move to this code part. But again, if you observe, because if you remember that I have disabled that input option, so when I run it again, when I press it again on this, it is not going to ask the input because we have disabled that input option. In case if you want to need again, if you want that to ask the input, if you want to get input in your program, you can just go to this input option, and it will ask you, it will provide you an option to provide the input. So here if you select it, show always, every time when you run your program, it will ask you input, though there is no input required, but even it will not affect your program. So just go back, and you will see that all the options we have covered. We have seen how to share our program. You can set the environment, you can set the input option. The other interesting feature is one important feature is you want to know that where actually your program is going to save. So here you can see that actually there are two programs in my phone. This is somewhere stored in compiler Java, and demo Java is the first program, and demo 1 Java is the second program. So whenever you want to open a new program, if you want to start with a new program, you have to go to the new file, and if you want to work with the existing program, you have to go to the open file option. So I'll go back, and also I would like to show you actually where our program is going to store. So if you want to see actually where your program is stored, you just go to the files. You just search on your mobile phone. There may be one icon is there which keeps all the files on a mobile phone. This is something files I am having. I click on this, and I will search for the compiler folder, and I don't find it here. So I'll just go for the all files, and here I can see this is somewhere compiler is here. So I click on this, and you can see I have two folders because I have made two folders. One is for the CPP and other is for the Java. So when you click on this Java, you can see that this demo program is here. I hope you have understood. If you want to delete any program, if you want to add some more folders to this inside folder, you can go to this folder option. When you click on it, you will get one more folder. That means you can better manage your files and your projects. So if you want to delete any of your files which are inside this folder, you just enable this edit option, and you can see that this is enabled. You select this and go to the delete option. So I hope that you have now understood how to use this online compiler for writing Java programs. Now we will see how to actually write our code and do the compilation and other things with our programs. So hope you have understood the environment of this IDE, online compiler. So now we will start some programs on this IDE. So we will go here, we will go to this option to start a new program. Just click on this and you will find this a new file and an open file. As I told you that the new file is for writing a new program and open file is to start with the existing program. So here I go to the new file and it will ask you to write the name of a new file. Let's say the file name is hello. Just click on create. So you will see that hello.java is created as a first file. And whenever you start a project, some default code you will always find which is always required to run any Java program, like some default packages are required, and also we need a class here. So you can see here that this is a program with the name hello.java, and also we are having the static void main method here. So you can see here that this default code is available here. Now if we click on run, this program is simply displaying the message hello world. If you want to make some changes on this code, you just go here and write here hello world. This is my first program. And go to run to see the output. When you click on it, it will compile. It means you have to wait for some seconds and you will see the output. So this is hello world, this is my first program. If you want to go back to your code, just click on this code part, you will be on the code screen. Now how to check, means how to see if there is any error, and to get familiar with the screen which is shown to us when there is any error. For example, if intentionally we will delete this semicolon after the statement and we'll try to run it again, then see what will happen. And you can see here that it is a message shown to you, and if you read it carefully, it will show that this semicolon is actually expected after this line, but it is missing. So this is one error. So it's a kind of hint to you. You guys go back to your code and check where it is prompted. So this is prompted here. You can write semicolon here and run it again. And you can see that we will get the output, means correct output this time. So likewise we were doing in the laptop, here also the same thing. There's anything different, and you have to handle the error the same way which we were doing in the previously. Now let us see some more example. If you want to display your names 2 times or 3 times, then we need to have a for loop. So let us demonstrate. Here I am assuming that you are already familiar with the programming language, but you want to run your code using Android phone. So this is the program where we are displaying one message. Now if I want to add something in this code, if I say here, let's say I am putting one loop, for loop for integer, let's say I is some variable equals 0, I less than, you can search for the less than sign here. You can see this tab here, this type of a panel here. You can find this brackets and less than equal to sign. You can just scroll it and you will find all the symbols are available here. So if you want to write less than sign, you can write it like this: I less than 5 colon I plus plus, then close the bracket. Go to the next line, and if you want to just print this line, we can also copy it from here. You can copy just select this and you will find this. So how to select? Just go to the text which you want to copy. From there you just press it and then you will find this option, cut, copy, paste, share and more. So I want to copy this, I just click on it and I go back to the position where I want to paste it and then click on paste. I got this message and then I will write some message. Let's say I want to print Java. So I hope that you understood this code. This is very simple code. I am just displaying the message, hello world, this is my first program, and after that I am displaying Java 5 times on my screen. So the program is over and I want to run it. So I just go to this run and it will take some time to compile it, and you will see that your output is fantastic. It is showing perfectly as you are expecting. So likewise, that means you can do your program, and also if you want to see your files where it is stored, you can go back to the folder which I told you. Just go back to the files and then search for the folder which contains all these files, and there you can also delete and also copy from there itself. So you can see here I just go back to the files option and here I don't see that compiler folder, so I go to all files here, and when I click on this I am going to search this compiler. Click on it and you go to Java because we are going Java programs. So just go to the Java folder and you will see that your file is here. So going back to the code. So friends, I hope that you have understood and now you are ready to write programs on Android phones. So happy programming, all the best. Thank you.